Okay, so let's hone armaments. Let me quickly explain how to do it properly. Okay, so this is, by the way, don't worry, this is a set of ranged armaments I'm currently working on, and they're completely untouched. And yeah, I just want to use those. They're just an example of how to do it correctly. So as we know, Louis, he's a ranged hero. So focus on this specific hero would be to make sure that he's honed for ranged and not for riders, not for infantry, and not for gathering. So we start with the one on top, this one. Rider squad lethality. That's not going to work. It's completely useless on this armament because, well, Louis is not riders. He's ranged. So I'm going to use the blue chips because I'm not using this armament at present. I don't really want to waste. So yeah, it's just an example. Okay. Okay. Let's begin. Squad load. Squad load. That's for gathering heroes. So no. Am I going to be using this hero to garrison? Am I going to be the garrison leader using Louis? No. So no. Infantry, squad attack? No. Might I use Louis as lead to rally something? Possibly. So let's say I want to use this hero to lead a rally. I'd take it because, well, I may use this hero to lead a rally. Now let's say if you're not a rally leader, right? I'm not talking about joining rallies. This is another thing. When you're joining a rally, it doesn't matter what hero you send. You could send Grandma. What actually matters is the type of troops you're sending. So you could use Grandma, no assistant. You don't need, I mean, yeah, when you include an assistant, it just means you can send even more troops to that rally. So even if you're just, let's say you're sending Grandma and that weird looking guy with the crazy hair, let's say you're sending those two, what matters when you're joining that rally is that number one is not get killed on the way there. That is sometimes that's why I send my actual ranged squad, like my field fighters, but that's only if I can't hop shelters. And yeah, okay, so unless you are a rally leader and you're intending on becoming a rally leader and you're going to be using that hero to lead your rallies, I'm not talking about joining other rallies, I wouldn't take that one. In that, let me pretend I'm not going to use this hero to lead a rally. So I would keep going. Range squad lethality. See, even though this is a blue one, preferably you want it to be purple or orange. But even though this is a blue one, it is so much better than this one over here. This one is like having nothing on that armament. It's like your armament has no attributes because it's infantry and Louis is ranged. So we want to change this to, okay, squad lethality. That's perfect. So you go with that one. This now, like that, this armament is already twice as stronger as, yeah, as it was before we started honing this just a couple of seconds ago. So now, like, rallies, like I said, let me pretend I'm not going to be using this hero to lead rallies. I'll take this. Garrison counter damage. Am I going to be using Louis to garrison? No. So range squad defense. Now, this set of armament is 4 times stronger than it was when I started this video. So like I would gain 4 times the amount of points that I would have gained before I started holding this. So if you do that on every and like I said, if you do not have the chips, it's okay. It's all right. You do not need, if you don't have it, even if it's blue, even if it's green, for now, you can, it's better to have it at least with a tiny bit of boost on there rather than having nothing. So there is no pressure to have a lot of chips, honing chips, or there's no pressure to do any of that. Just so that you can perform better, so that you can do better yourself when you're out on field. It is better to hone properly. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy, it doesn't have to be anything of high might. So yeah, I really hope that the Alliance can focus a little bit more on honing their armaments a little bit better, because I have seen some reports and I have seen that armaments have not been honed properly, and this is hurting you. Your hospitals are getting filled much faster than it should, and then you're using more resources to heal. You're suffering more deaths than you should, and also you're missing out on so many points. So like, okay, matching can be hard and so on, but if you're taking those same heroes out and you're getting killed, you're gonna get killed anyway, right? Why don't you at least make some points out of it, right? And when your armaments are honed properly, your hospitals don't get full that fast. So I really hope this helps. And if anything was unclear on this one, I can make another one. Or if the way I explain doesn't quite work, I hope someone else can try and explain it a little bit better. But I've done what I could. I really hope this helps. Thank you for watching. If you've watched it so far, thank you for watching.